All right, all right. I see that we're on. Also want to make sure that y'all can hear me clearly. But though, but before I okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and do this real quick before we get this show going. All right then, y'all. Hey, yo, what's good? I know I've been missing in action, for quite a while. I went on a little break. Still, again, still working, still trying to survive. And you know how that can be. Um, and you know what? I don't know what it is, and well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. But at the same time, I'm still trying to figure this out. That even though I know I haven't really necessarily been that much active on YouTube, and I understand that because sometimes personal life you gotta take care of home first. And for some reason, even when people do go live or they make a video, it doesn't necessarily show up on my feed. It may be circulating around other people's algorithms, but for some reason, it's not mine. And again, that's also a big issue. But other than that, though, everything's good and dandy over here. How about y'all? And that was just in case if y'all was wondering. I'm good. I haven't necessarily left, left the scene entirely. I had to get some things straightened out in my personal life, and things are going quite well. Hell, I've been catching up with people that I haven't seen in 20 years, still having fun on the weekends, and just doing me. Even though, I mean, yes, now I am aware that there's still some tension, between different camps and different set of people, or the same set of people on YouTube. I'm aware of that, and you just really don't know. I guess, but then again, it comes with the territory. But other than that, though, I'm just, again, but at the same time, I'm just, again, doing regular people stuff. Um, try to catch, try to catch whatever I can catch, especially on YouTube. But anybody that knows me, who talks to me, y'all already know what's up. Y'all already know. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Buts about it. Just give me a sec, y'all. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I really didn't have really anything like scheduled or planned. That this was just like a just the ordinary out of the blue type of things, even for me. And but but I will say though, because I did make a post a while back about me wanting to necessarily shut my YouTube channel down because I found myself in a position where I necessarily didn't want to. Yes, you could say, hey, because the way things was going, or even what was going on, even in my own personal life, trying to keep balance. Um, it's difficult to do. So, and for the people that reached out to me, I appreciate that. Again for just suggesting that I take a break. And you know what? Hell, and hell, you know what? In this break though, it's kind of somewhat help. Yeah, it's definitely help. Yeah, I don't want to get too consumed or consumpted with social media, or too wrapped up behind it because you lose your actual, humanity if you're not careful. But take it from me, yeah. Now, in regards as to what I want to do, I'm again, I'm still fair game and willing to work with whoever's willing to work with me. New people, old people. If you've been cool with me and I've been cool with you, then you already know versus the ones that I haven't been cool with. So no, I'm still here. And yes, I did put that link in the chat just in case if somebody feels like coming up and just want to interact. If not, then I understand. Yeah, excuse me for a sec. I'm having me a puff break. Now I'm pretty sure it's probably sorry about that. But yeah, I'm sure that there's some cloud watchers. People peeping in, peeping out. I guess because no, whatever. Hey, y'all can say what's up too. Like I said, again, I'm not gonna be on here for long anyway because I got another early bird. Hey, what up, Herbie? How you been, man? Long time no see. Yeah, I was just saying that, yeah, I know it's been a while since I've done one of these. That break that you guys suggested, hey, was exactly what I needed. Even though I have been aware of some things that have taken place through the grapevine or a certain a little birdie. And just some people don't know when to quit, unfortunately. But nah, though. But lately though, it's been crazy. I I bet, but at the same time, I know, it's always gonna be crazy, right? No, no matter if you wanted to like escape it, escape by riding on a little kayak or a canoe or something, it's still gonna catch up. But nah, though, where I live though, like it's because even earlier today it was raining cats and dogs. Yeah, MLS wars, people trying to, I guess, see who the top dog or the top, but if it's the HMLS and between the men or even the yeah. But you get what I mean. The HNIC or the HBIC. Somebody got to be in charge. They got to be in charge, man. But has any name change? Has anybody like changed their YouTube handles as of late? Because I'm still kind of in the dark if people are still going by what their original usernames was. Because whenever I would like put it in a search engine, they're under a different handle or something. I mean, and plus with the schedule I work, I seriously lose a lot of sleep at times. I do. But yeah, though. But seriously though, it's like, oh, okay, okay. But what I was gonna say, again, like, man, can we all, again, with these MLS wars, man, like, now I will say, luckily, at least nobody didn't die. For real though. People doing, get drive-bys or stick-ups. And speaking of MLS wars, I mean, hell, I caught up with an old friend of mine who I ain't seen in 20 years. And he too is another MLS brother. But I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, but Irby, I'm gonna tell you something though. What's funny is every time I mention MLS, now he doesn't necessarily know about this space or about this sector, but every time I says MLS, he understands exactly what I'm talking about. It's funny, right? And I get, but but I guess you may have to add me to the playback game. You might as well hell go ahead and I might as well be a part of that crew then, the playback game. Because like I said, again, like my YouTube algorithm isn't cooperating, so I pretty much just happen to just catch playbacks and other videos and streams that I haven't seen yet. I'd be like, damn, like that. That's what the fuck people on still. Hell, some people, yeah, some people do need prayer in their life. They need the Bible. They need something. Multi had it. Oh, she had a live last night. Oh, how'd that turn out? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was on and popping. Oh yeah, for sure. Shout outs to her. You know, shout outs to everybody, man. Real talk. Even to the haters. You thought you got rid of me like that, like I was just a bug on the wall that you could just hit with a fly swatter or just mash your hand through or with a shoe, and then you just wrap me up in a napkin and then throw me away. I'm still here, mother effers. Still up in here. Like I said, yeah, I took a break. Who don't take breaks, right? You would think there's certain people who really ain't got no business being on the internet. You think, or they get. It just gets to the point to where they the main ones need to be logging off. But do they really know what logging off means? Because this is all they got their whole lives. And watch out, some motherfucker gonna be like, well, at least it was doing better without you. Okay, good. It was doing better before me, and it was gonna probably do the same after me. I'm not the one to steal anybody's thunder or steal anybody's shine. Hey, I want all of us to shine. This whole this whole thing where yeah, everybody's at odds and at odds at each other's throats for this length period of time. Now, hey, for maybe good reason, others not so good reason. Motherfuckers don't have content, so they want to build content by trying to start, I guess, whatever fake shit or phony shit just so they can get the views. Yeah, not surprised. But hey, but I am hearing that though that Multi's almost at Multi's at 1,000. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Irby. Yeah, you get where I'm coming from. Nah, well, congratulations. At the end of the day, congratulations. Yeah, I mean, I've been an OG around these parts for so long, and like certain things I remember, and there's just things where it's like, yeah, I remember, but at that time I could say, well, I just only got little bits and pieces of it, but not necessarily the full one. Yeah, though, hey, everybody, hey, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. Hey, life is short. Just, I mean, I know again, to me, again, while I was on my break, I was just like thinking, man, it's just so sad that motherfuckers come on here just building off on hate, when really we were supposed to be united, not divided. Oh, because you don't like the because you don't like the standard of what somebody else built, and we're just pretty much running with it for the time being. So you feel like you could do better. Okay, go do better, but don't build it off of hating on other people because they're not necessarily you. And probably don't want to be you. Whether if it's being more light or more white or more black. I'm like, if your heart is right, then your heart is right. If it's not, then I can't rock with you. I refuse. So why watch or listen to motherfuckers that never watched or listened to you? Dig what I'm saying? Like I said, hell, and it's like what 6:54 my time. I'm pretty sure it's probably 9:55 where other people are at. Oh yeah, oh absolutely, Irby. Definitely ego politics. And like they say, ego is one hell of a drug, especially when you add it in the political sense. And they egos just be bleeding all over the space and all over their so-called content that they believe they got. You want to be put in the spotlight so bad? Okay, yeah, okay. We'll put you in the spotlight, and we're gonna show you. And again, when we put the spotlight on you, you can't be mad what that light actually reflects or what that mirror reflects. Shoot, hell, I had a mirror shined up on me or reflected or a light reflected up on me. But guess what? I learned. Can't be the same way that I was a day ago or a week or a month or a year. I can't be that same person. That don't necessarily mean I'm gonna have people walking or running all over me. Hey, can anybody hear me okay? Okay, cool. Thank you, man. But yeah, but what I was also gonna point out is, let's just say if this space were to disappear tomorrow, only a handful of people would probably they would lose their minds because this is what they have. Meanwhile, the rest of us will still be doing well because they out here looking like sad motherfucking clowns right now. Now, I guess when you entertain, I guess you become part of the circus when you keep entertaining these clowns. I'm like, go find a red curly, yeah, red curly hair and a red nose. People attacking other parents, attacking other people's parents, people complexions. Yeah, that's been good. And you know, though, I mean, the complexion part, I'm not necessarily too surprised about that, but parents, so they are willing to attack other people, so they're willing to go for the jugular on people who never really did anything as to why you got a problem with these people or with certain individuals. Sure, I say that there's people not just here in this space or sector, but everywhere else where you just look at them, you just go like, man, you just a waste of sperm that your mama probably should have swallowed you. That ain't necessarily just directed at a certain group of people. That's for everybody. Yeah, motherfuckers hit, yeah, they hate me because of who I roll with, or because I like people who they don't like. And even when I do tend to speak, I try to speak with certain logic and common sense. Now, yes, I'm not perfect. I mean, I've kind of gotten out of character on more than one occasion, and that's one thing that I hate about myself. That when I go out of character, I need to be like I need to be placed in a corner. And then I, of course, be like, well, that's why people be saying you don't get mad. Yeah, because I hate it. I hate it because none of these folks would dare say any of this stuff that they say on a computer to your face in public. They won't. Says a lot about who they are than who you are. And for certain people, they just don't know. Again, they really don't know what another motherfucker is capable of doing. So they really try their best to be on the straight and narrow. And yeah, I'm also, again aware of motherfuckers doxing just to get under people's skins, what have you. So they believe that if you dox them, that's intended to scare them away from the space or never making content ever again. Like, come on. Yeah, I talk shit about people. People talk shit about me. But even for the motherfuckers that talk shit about me, I'm not gonna dox them. Trust me, the shit people do here in real life, they will be dead or in less in jail. Oh yeah, oh yes. Yes. They will be. And it's funny how motherfuckers are about how they really about that life. Man, you ain't about that life. You are not about that life. And you know what though, Irby? And they do it because they believe that being anonymous while they do it puts them in the safety zone. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, you're not in the safety zone. You just only painting targets on your back just in case if you have to go down with the whole ship. And for me, again, like this, and again, yes, even though this space, when I first came in it, it gave me sense of endearment. I get to be myself in comparisons to other spaces that I've been a part of where I necessarily really couldn't be myself. I had to be someone else other than what I am. And for the people that I've befriended, came cool with, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you heavily from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I'm thinking I was gonna have a. Oh, what's up, Don Armando? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, I was thinking that again, like people would have just been raining down, again, to come to, again, to holler at your boy. But it is what it is. Hey, even I forget that that people are on different time zones. But good to see you, bro. Just finished. Oh, you did? Cool, cool. Anything in particular that y'all talked about? Yeah, hey, shout out to shout out to the people that's again that's hanging around. You know, yeah, shout outs. Yeah, again, like I said, shout outs to y'all, man. Yeah, I was just telling you. Well, Takashi getting locked up in the Dominican Republic and the Jada Pinkett rhetoric. Oh, I didn't know about Takashi getting locked up in the Dominican Republic, but the Jada Pinkett stuff. Oh yeah, and you know what though, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all gonna laugh. I was driving back home one day, and even when the whole Tupac thing was being talked about, and they got the guy that actually did the shooting. Even the DJ was like making fun of Jada because of what she posted on her Instagram. Something about, oh, I'm glad that this is over and we're in closure. And we got the closure that we was most needing. And even the DJ was like, did she forget that her last name is Smith? When really she wanted it to be Shakur or Alsina. I'm like, ha! I'm like, how bad is it when you got a DJ that you hear on the radio throwing shade like that? You are terrible. Terrible. Yeah, he's serving 6 months in prison for beating up a which music producer he beat up? And you know what's funny is that even because I think she was also trying to holler at Grant Hill back in the day before she ended up meeting Will Smith. And even Grant Hill's own mother said to him, no, no. And I'm like, Mrs. Hill, you know, again, you got a lot of knowledge. You're a good woman. You are a good woman with common sense. Red table talk. The fuck is a red table talk? In the Dominican Republic, it's not known as. Oh, okay, okay. Man, Jada, Tommy is. Man, Jada, Tommy isn't that beautiful. To me, isn't that beautiful? Hey, understandable, understandable. Not only she been ruined her reputation, ruined her husband's reputation too. Even though Will did some self-inflicting shit, but still. And even Stephen A. Smith was like, you know, when is enough enough? How small are you willing to make your husband? Now, don't get now again, let's not get this twisted. If you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, spite in spite of you being married, that's your business. You grown, yeah, that's your business. Hey, what's up, Jose? Thanks for stopping by, man. Man, I don't see men talking about Jada is is fop worthy. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, didn't he? Oh, didn't even know I had somebody that was. Okay, let me add you on. Hey, Theo Jose, how you been, man?
Good evening, Emma. Thank you for allowing me on your platform.
Ah, no problem, man. I
So,
was just saying. Oh, go ahead.
what you're talking about now?
Um, just pretty much I get let the people know. Just in case that they was wondering, get where I've been and how I'm doing. And also me talking about the break you, Irby, and even Duke suggested that I take because I was, pretty much so that I was, pretty much down at that point to where I didn't even know if I even wanted to keep the channel up.
Hmm.
And what suggested that I take that break, and I was, letting you know that hey, that was probably what I needed.
Well, you know something, we all need a sabbatical at times, particularly when we have to deal with some members of the peanut gallery. Good evening, Irby. Good evening, Don Armando, and everybody in the chat. I mean, look, lately I've been dealing with a couple of weirdos like one person that loves to talk smack about me, and then soon as the stream is over, private to his stuff.
Right, right. You know, and that's the thing too that you also got to be aware of, especially in this space, that people love throwing the rocks and hiding their hands.
Yeah. Well, look, you know what? You are a punk if you're gonna be talking smack about a person and then private your stuff. Hey, if you have the courage to say it, then leave your stuff on, so everyone can see it and then judge for themselves.
Absolutely. And you know what though, Jose? Because see, here's the thing too. Like, I didn't really have to like, because even when I started the stream, yeah, I talked about some things, but I didn't really mention people's names. But I was just, pretty much calling out the actions of what people do, right? And if it applies, then let it flies. But when the moment that, as the saying goes, when you hit a dog, it's gonna holler. And apparently those hit dogs that hollered started squealing. It's like, okay, so
Yeah.
apparently you got my message.
Well, look, I'm not gonna mention any names, but we know for a fact that I'm living rent free in some people's pathetic minds. So they got nothing better to do than talk about me. If they're not talking about me, they're talking about Gigi. If they're not talking about Gigi, they're talking about Multi. Oh, they talk about all of us at the same time. I mean, you know what? It is what it is. Okay. I mean, I prefer to spend my time producing quality content. Okay. And let the circus be the circus.
Right. Oh yeah. And then like I said, and even sometimes, again, and again, not saying that it applies here, but when you're a part of the circus for so long, you tend to entertain these clowns, and these clowns are just nothing but a bunch of curly red-headed fools with a big old clown nose that you pull it back and hit them right in the face. Oh, then they're gonna start crying like little punks. Oh yeah, hey Don Armando, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, I heard about that, and I said, and again, and like when I also in my mind, I was like, hey, you know what? If people wanted to take it there, you can, you have a right to file if they decide to take it
Mhm. Yeah. I mean, look, let me tell you something. When I became a YouTube creator 2 years ago, there's a lot of things I did not think I was going to experience. But you know what? You learn as you go on by, okay? And there's certain individuals I had to like block because they choose not to behave. And of course, we all know um, what happened in one stream with our friend Zacharias the last time he visited my cyber home.
right.
Okay, so look, look, I understand whatever issues that he has. My suggestion, do yourself a favor, get seek therapy, stay on your meds, and get off of YouTube.
Yeah, or pretty much log off, but people don't know what that means when you tell them to log off.
Yeah, I
Really
mean,
start to make me think they intelligence capacity.
look. The problem with this platform that anyone and everyone, no matter what is their psychic, the psyche and what have you, has the opportunity to express themselves, and sometimes they act like a real jackass. I mean, we see it all the time with multiple creators going on and on and on and on and on. Also, creators producing hate speech and what have you. And I said this all the time. If you want to go on your platforms and blast each other's away, go ahead. Don't bring your beeps to my platform.
Right.
I mean, because look, when everything, look, when everything is said and done, when everything is said and done, I cannot speak for the other creators. I can only speak for myself. All I'm trying to do is produce a safe space where mature people can express their point of view.
Yep.
Yeah. So, oh, by the way, how is your better half?
Oh, she's good. She's good. I messaged her I think what was it 3 weeks ago,
Hmm.
and she's she and it's she's doing all right. Yeah, my better half is really is somewhat one of the main reasons why I even try to keep myself balanced and tame, to the extent that I possibly
Okay,
can.
excuse me. ¿Cuál es su cuarto?
Oh, and I also forgave. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe. Not
Uh,
forcing you to, just saying. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I had to mute myself for a second because basically I'm at work. So, but um, but look, uh, I said this before, and I also said it again. I know for some people I'm not exactly their cup of tea, okay? But then again, you got literally millions of different Q2 creators that you can go and check out their content. And if you want to get wretched there, go by all means do so.
Right.
But
And
just hope,
though, and I think, and another thing, Jose, is that, and I think, like even with what you face, even when people attack you and they see that you've been you know, coming around either whether if it's Gigi or Multi and all that, you basically become that guilty by association thing. And it's not, and again, and they want to make it seem like, oh, they really have a problem with you, but the problem that they have is you being over there because they want to minimize their level of support.
well, you know what? The fact of the matter is, there's the door. Okay. Okay, I have said this before and I'm going to say it again. If you're cool with me, I'm cool with you. Okay. And if you have an issue that the fact that I'm cool with Gigi and Multi, you know what? That's your problem. Take it up with them. Don't take it up. Don't drive me into your stupidity. Okay. I'm going to associate with those who I wish to associate with. Whether it be Gigi, Multi, Irby, you, Kenny, whether it be anyone from my side of the fence, whomever. I'm going to associate with whom I want. If you have a problem with it, well, you know what? Get some therapy.
Yeah, that's again literally the best option. The least that's best that they can do is get some therapy. And I mean,
I
hell,
mean, look, I was removed from Future's Discord not once, but twice. Partly because of my association with Gigi and Multi. Magic removed me from her platform, from her Discord. Why? The same reason. Okay. Uh, all I'm gonna say is this: if you have a beef with them, fine, but don't drag me into your stupidity.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I mean, look,
absolutely. And again, you know me as well as everybody else who's listening. They know me that it's like if you never really done anything to me, then I don't find I'm not gonna find it necessary to just out of the blue. Because number one, you haven't done anything to me, and number two, uh, what would it say about me if I just went with the crowd and just blindly went along with the crowd to go along to get along, just so I could be accepted? Like, no.
one thing I noticed, I actually watch one of Hybrid's streams. You know who kept mentioning me quite a bit? Bluish
Who's
Gelato.
it?
I was like, Why are you mentioning me? I don't mention you. I don't even know you.
Right. And, like I said, again, like you know, they feel like, again, they can just attack whoever. Like, again, as we said, as you said earlier, that because they got a problem with, Gigi and Moti and they see you, then, by association. And plus, they're just doing whatever that they can to make content by creating a fake, really a fake beef or a fake animosity, when really it's really them that they have the issues with. You just happen to be collateral
And
damage.
so I just, to them, I'm just going to say the following. Either resolve your differences or just move on. Do not drag me into your stupidity. I'm going to associate who I choose to associate with. Those that
Oh
have a
yeah.
problem, tough. And I noticed that there have been a couple of times that you've been dragged through the mud as well, EMR.
Oh yeah. Well, mainly for the same reason as you. And even though like I said, I took my break and um I took my break and I was like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I took my break and but trying to keep up with hell, even trying to keep up with the streams with the busy schedule that I have, and I haven't really been getting the notifications for people that go live or who makes a video. They were just not necessarily popping up, on my feed like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Well,
of course, my name is going to be mentioned
yeah,
for the like exact same reason. I'm like, okay. I mean, I wouldn't be again. I wouldn't even know what somebody said, again, or even know that they was dragging me had you not mentioned
yeah. Well, I mean, that's why, look, if it was left up to me, every person that wants to create a YouTube channel will have to undergo a psychological analysis to see if they're mentally fit. That will
it.
eliminate a lot of these people from being on these YouTube streets.
Right.
Okay. But when you have certain individuals that say the same thing day in and day out, nonstop, and their content is nothing more than reaction to what other people have done. I mean, that's no, that's being lazy in a creative way because anyone can spend time reacting to this and reacting to that. It takes real effort to create solid content. I mean, it takes time to do your research. It takes time to gather your notes and things of that nature. Okay, not everyone is willing to do all that.
Yeah, and I also saw a post that somebody said, and which I absolutely agree with, is that people got to talk about you because they lost the privilege of talking to you.
Yeah,
And the same thing, even with same thing applies here. Yeah, you can't talk to me because you lost that privilege.
exactly. I mean,
Which is
look. I mean, there's certain people I have to ban from my platform for the very same reason. Um, now, one of the things that I find it very surprising was the fact that Blazing King removed me from his Discord.
right.
But when everything is said and done, that was his choice, and fine. You can remove me from the platform. But that for me doesn't mean that you cannot have access to me.
Right.
Look, and some of these beasts, I'm sorry, some of these beasts are like 2 or 3 years old. So like, it's like, when,
Yeah, yeah.
when, when are
And
these
that's why
people?
yeah, that's what I also that's what I was also thinking about as well. Is like, some of these, again, feuds or what have you never really got resolved.
Yeah,
like that within a 2, 3 year tenure. And even if people try to like make amends, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, so we're back to this again.
yeah, because I remember someone said, hurt people. And the fact of the matter is, we have a lot of hurt people here in these YouTube streets. We have people that need therapy that never got it. We have people that face trauma that never recover from it. Okay, and some of these individuals get butthurt because they was rejected by some female. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's
or if not rejected by a female, then they just got rejected by the space. And then so they pretty much, hold a grudge with this space in general. And if they see you, being a part of that, which again, you have your own platform. You speak however you want to speak, blah, blah, blah. And so it's like you said, again, it's like, well, if they're mad, again, they're gonna be, it's like, well, if you're mad at one, then you're mad at all. And oh yeah, and Irby, yeah, same thing. Same thing. Like they attack you heavily.
Let me tell you something. The reason why they attacked Irby because Irby has been a true supporter of Gigi and Multi. I mean, from I would say from the beginning, okay. And they love to call him a simp. Why? Because he gets along with those two, and he supports those two. I support him as well. I mean, many times I will share their content, and I'm happy to do so.
Right.
Because we all know that probably someone is probably watching this stream from the clouds, and they're probably going to do their reaction to it as well. And
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like again, like other people have done it before, and I say, well, okay, well, thank you for the free press. You would think that get a little old me would be something that you wouldn't have to worry about, but I'm a threat anyway. I'm going to
well,
be a threat just regardless.
well, it's amazing that someone has 235 subs can be considered such a big threat that they got a whole talk about a lot of trash about me.
And again, and again, however, again, they got to do those, swallowing a lot of rabbit, in order to get the views and the support. Okay, well, like I said, you grown, have at it. I'm not gonna knock your hustle. But
No,
don't knock what I do though, and I'm not even doing remotely half the shit that some of these people have done. Like I'm not doxing people, putting out people's information, or um, what talking about where they live and who their family members are. Because I'm like, because first of all, those people never done anything to me.
yeah. And let me
And
tell
now,
you, yeah.
anybody want to click the link and tell me why I'm wrong? Okay, go right
And
ahead.
and I said this recently. Gigi and Multi are two of the most real people on this platform.
Right,
And I say it without hesitation. And they're allowed to talk about how supposedly they're so ghetto and they're baby mamas and what have you. Okay, first of all, if you can just spare the rhetoric, you would know that these two of the most creative content creators on this platform.
right.
Okay, and both of them are very successful, which is why they can't. Which is why they're hated by a lot of people because they are successful. Okay, they are successful and they work well. And those two work very well together. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Oh yeah, or spaghetti and meatballs.
Yes, exactly. I mean, they're a great combination. I mean, but you know what? They fear successful women.
Oh yeah. And though, and that's the thing is though, like the more you accomplish, the higher you achieve, the more hate that's gonna come along with it.
Yeah,
And And again, and then part of me, like even when I came around this space, there was times where I really didn't even want to make content like that. Not that I was afraid of the backlash. Like no, it just happened to be that what I just sort of rather just keep you know my stuff small so I can have a more calm life.
Hmm.
And so when the smaller the circle, the calmer your life is versus the bigger the crowd, then the less calmer your life is because you're surrounded by wanting you
Yeah.
to I guess get be seen with you. It's like, oh, they see you, they watch your content, video streams, what have you. Okay, hey, I appreciate the support. Again, it's like being a celebrity. It's like celebrity constantly you know, gotta go through being protected.
And what goes unheard of is that Gigi and Multi has helped a lot of other YouTube creators with their platforms and supported their platforms, only to have them bite the hand that fed them.
Yep. And even with the whole and again, and that's the thing too, because like people, oh excuse me, but people easily like to burn bridges. They
Yeah.
really do. They will burn a bridge thinking that they could just repair it within a quick amount of time. I'm like, no, that bridge is burnt.
There's a point where there's so much damage done, it cannot be undone. Okay, and this is what some of these people they don't realize. So when they backstab certain people who are there to support them, I mean, you cannot undo what was done.
Right? Nope. And I now see how people, even try to take that approach.
Well, unfortunately, there are people that it's easier to attack others to create views, to get subs, and things of that nature. Okay, so it is what it is, and you know, and I always say this: people can do whatever they want on their platform, but they have to be mindful that there are certain consequences to their actions. I mean, we already saw people like Fresh and Fit and Cynthia G lost their ability to make money off of YouTube due to their speech.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Absolutely. And you know it though, and that's the thing too. It's like, people can be brilliant and still get an audience, but they don't have to necessarily take the the extreme measures just to get an audience. But yet at the same time, you wonder why their channel is being threatened constantly or they get demonetized. It's like, have you thought about, again, like, have you thought about at least toning that down a bit?
But you know what the problem with that is? It makes too much sense. And
Makes too much.
actually, yeah. And actually, I found out that this is not the first time that Cynthia G lost her ability to make money. This is like a second or third time.
Oh, dang. Didn't know that.
Hmm. Actually, I'm going to be talking about that on my stream tomorrow night.
Okay.
Okay. And look, I don't rejoice that she lost her ability to make money off of YouTube because I don't believe in rejoicing in love because of misfortune. However, you sow what you reap. When you go around and you create hate speech towards a certain segment of our community, there's going to be consequences, okay? And some of the consequences mean that you may lose your ability to make money. That's why I go out of my way not to attack anybody. I might have disagreements with this individual or that individual, and I'll just state why. but I would never attack someone personally.
You know, though, but then again, and I noticed that, I
Okay,
did notice
okay, excuse
that
me, just give me Emma, just give me a moment, please. Just give me a moment.
no, yeah. But I was also, well, I'm gonna say this right as soon as he gets back. But yeah, though, but hey, everybody got this, sense of entitlement that they just gotta be heard, no matter how controversial it is. Just like how they try to make this space as controversial to the point to where the FBI and the CIA, where it's like when you mention CIA or the FBI, especially around these parts, I look at you funny because what exactly has been done to where you basically got to go that extra mile from the higher ups in the government or even local law enforcement. I mean, again, now it's one thing that, yes, like I said before, again, about these folks doxing, putting other people's addresses out due to whatever. Or even if you decide, okay, well, I'll talk about this person, not because, whether it be for personal being, but you're just basically going off of your observations of these folks. Then the folks want to, continue to go out of their way to make your life miserable. Well, let me highlight this. That just shows how these people batshit crazy. You keep doing, not learning from the first time, like say in real life, jail and death or crazy house. Absolutely, Irby. Absolutely. But and I guess if again, whatever content creator you are, and if you basically um build your content on based off of hate, it tends to attract a bigger audience, not just in her sector, a bit neck of the woods, or even in the divester part, but also even whether it be the manosphere, these red pill, blue pill, MGTOWs, and hate black men, hate black women, or just hate people in general, regards to something that they have no control of. Yeah, you're going to attract a certain group of people that is on their same hate wavelength as they are.
Sorry about that. I have to step away for a moment.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, but
Yeah.
I was saying, and I was going to wait till you got back to say this. Um, I was saying, again, people who create hate speech, they tend to get a bigger audience versus people that's just pretending to say, "Oh, this space is just as controversial because of who's not a part."
Yeah. Well, look, the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, for a lot of people, being wretched works, okay? Which explains why some of these YouTube creators have blown up the way they did, okay? When you have a platform like mine that try to be positive, that try to be informative, that try to provide information, it doesn't grow as far.
Right.
I mean, that's the reality. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go negative just to get a bunch of subs or just to make money. I'm just going to do what I can and be the best version of myself. And I succeed or I'll fail.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's a very fair, that's a very fair statement. I couldn't, again, that couldn't have been said even better.
Hmm.
And
Yeah. And
because again, because at this point it's like, again, this is the only way that you can believe that you'll be able to achieve something by going this route. Okay, well then, hey, well, just prepare again, just as much as these content creators are just on the chopping block, they too can also be on the chopping block.
yeah. And look, there are times where my streams do very well, and there's times that my stream won't do very well. But I am not going to go negative just to create views or to get subs. I mean, I'm just gonna do the best I can and just continue, producing quality content week in and week out. That's how I do things. I am not going to go negative. I'm not going to say negative things or what have you. Even when it comes to my haters, all I can say to them is bless their hearts. It's becoming a five-room circus with the people with the haters I have to deal with, what I've dealt with, whether it be hybrid, whether it be second rise, whether it be future, whether it be magic, whether it be the ant report, or what have you.
Right, right.
I mean, all I'm gonna say to them is bless their hearts. That's all.
Yeah, and even for the people that tend to like, throw shade, comes to them.
Yeah,
Like I'm like, hey, they just don't like me just for the sake of for the sake of whatever. I'm like, okay, and guess what? I'm still shining, like still shining as shine as bright as a light, or shining bright like a diamond, like Rihanna would say.
yeah. Well, look, when everything is said and done, I'm just gonna be the best version of myself. Whoever does not like my content, hey, you don't have to consume it. There are literally millions of other creators out there that you can consume. Okay? And again, I understand for some people, I am not their cup of tea.
Yeah, and you just pretty much, again, continue to do your thing, continue to do your video streams, and again, and again, even on your streams, you be having some interesting things to talk about.
Hmm.
You do, and
Well,
I
I try to keep it informative, and I try, there's a lot of things I do try to talk about. And even when I talk about some things that kind of controversial, I try to relay in a way that's not so crazy.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I know, and again, and also, because I know that again, you always ask about Kimmy, and I appreciate that. But how's your lady friend doing?
oh, she's doing fine, thank you. We're just trying to see, as far as her visiting visa, hopefully she'll be able to come spend the holidays with me. If
Mhm.
not, then I'll have to some point go over to the DR. Excuse me.
Right, and though, speaking of DR, I'm supposed to be headed down there myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
How's your
and
Spanish?
I only know like a little bit of stuff, but maybe not to the full capacity to say like yourself or Don Armando or whoever who speaks it, well fluently, and who's like very versed at it in comparisons to me trying to hold a conversation. I could just only just use the basic stuff.
Okay. Then you're
Yeah.
gonna have, then you may have to limit yourself to the resort, or at least get a guide to help you if you're gonna go and travel, depending on what part of the DR you're gonna visit.
But you know though, and for some reason, and again, you've also noticed this too, that because I happen to look like a native coming out of the DR, um, that which is subjective, but people tend to sort of like whenever I like talk to people, whether if it's like English or something, people still will throw like Spanish lingo, telling me like if I comment on something that I like, and they'll be like gracias, and
Yeah.
of course I could so I say you're welcome, and in their tone, and that's also again the thing too,
Mm-hmm.
that I could see, and again, and even in those parts, again, it's like, oh well, I thought again, well, I thought you were one of us. Like, yeah, I know, but I can't help that, and I'm from a state in the United States where it's heavily Spanish influence.
Yes.
Texas, that is.
Uh-huh. Well, I've been to Texas. It's a wonderful state. So that, like in San Antonio, it gets very humid in the summertime.
That it does, and I've been to San Antonio on more than one occasions, and when that temperature be dropping during the summer, oh, you just be looking for cold water to jump right on in,
Yeah.
or just be looking for water in general. Oh yeah, and Don Armando, yeah, I definitely got to see what it is like up there, in Philly.
Well, I've been to Philly a couple of times. It's a nice, okay, it's a nice place to visit. There's some parts I would prefer not to go.
Right.
But that's the same thing with any large city.
And plus you're also too on the state, you're also in one of the states in the East Coast, which is heavily populated,
Yes, that is true.
which is there's tourist spot there are tourist spots, and then there's certain spots in it where you probably wouldn't want to find yourself.
Yes, that is very true. That is very true. Well, Emma, I'm going to hop off. Thank you very much for allowing me on your platform. And if you don't mind, I'd like to share your platform on my community tab so my subscribers can check up your stream and the playback.
Oh, for sure, absolutely, man. Thank you for stopping by. I
Uh,
appreciate all the love.
all right. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
You too, man.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye. Yeah, that was Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Wonderful human being. Irby, come on, man. But yeah, though. But though, but before I, end up, shutting this down, I'm gonna say, yeah, life is really what you make of it. It really is at the end of the day. Yeah, we can make money, we become rich, you can become wealthy, you can do what have you can do whatever. As long as you're not necessarily putting anybody else in danger, then hey, no complaints can be made. No complaints can't be made. And like I said, again, hey, like I said, shout outs to shout outs to my supporters, people that support me and what have you, and even friends that support me too. Hell, even people that don't like me. Hey, shout outs to y'all. I'm bigger than that, and I'm better than that. Hey, but I could, pretty much sort of like hang more for a little bit. If anybody want to hit the link and talk to me, then that'll be cool. If not, well, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. Now, I'm like I said, I'll probably be like a few minutes or something. But then again, as they say, if you don't have haters, then you're doing something wrong. And apparently, we're doing something right in their eyes. And also another thing too, and even when like what people are also going through too, as to why they don't necessarily like the people that's in this space in general, whether it be for fictitious reasons. I'm like, all that is in their head, not what's in my head. Nah, I may not hang out with you. I'm not gonna, be seen with you. I'm like, shoot, I don't want to hate you either. Like on just certain things, I'm just like, how you fuck that up? you know? How you fuck that up? Hmm. All right, then, yo. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close this one out. I appreciate, people y'all hanging with me. I was doing like I said, and also another check-in stream, just so you know, yeah, I'm still here around these parts, doing my thing, working, paying bills, living the life of a regular being, just having fun. And shout outs to, again, wifey Kimmy Dion. Shout outs to everybody too, whether you're a content creator or not, but you stop by and show me love on a regular. Hey, I appreciate that. Next stream that I might do, I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it, but again, just be on the lookout. Hey, you never know what you're gonna get. Like a box of chocolate. But yes, Halloween is definitely approaching, so people can be on demonic time. But like I said, take care. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. And see you on the next one. All right, then. I'm out. I'll catch you later.